half a mind to register an oath that I'll never have my hair cut again. And I was particularly emphatic in my instructions to the hairdresser, only to cut the ends off. Must have thought I meant the other ends. 8 o'clock. I declare I haven't a moment to lose. Open knocks, whoever knocks.
Good morning, Colonel Cox. I hope you slept comfortably, Colonel.
I can't say I did. I should be obliged to you if you could accommodate me with a more protuberant pillow. The one that I have at the moment seems to have about a handful or half of feathers at each end, with nothing whatever in the middle.
Anything to accommodate you, Captain Cox.
Oh, thank you. But perhaps you'll be good enough to hold this glass while I finish my toilet.
Oh, certainly. I declare you've had your hair cut.
Cut?
Oh, yes.
Strikes me I've had it mowed. I look as if I've been cropped for the army.
The army? I recollect when I was in the militia. Yes.
Now he's off on his hobby.
Yes, in those merry days. Yes, in those brilliant days. We gathered our laurels and rode on our bays. We gathered our laurels and rode on our bays. I mounted a horse in Her Majesty's force as one of the yeomen to meet with the foeman, for then an invasion threatened the nation. And every man in the rear of the van who found an occasion, and every man in the rear of the van found an occasion to sing. Rat-a-plan, 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 plan, 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 rat-a-plan. We beat the drum. Somehow the enemy, somehow the enemy, somehow the enemy didn't come. So I gave up my horse in Her Majesty's force, as there wasn't a yeoman to meet with the foeman, for then no invasion threatened the nation. There wasn't a man in the rear of the van who found an occasion. There wasn't a man in the rear of the van found an occasion to sing. Rat-a-plan, 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 plan, 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 rat-a-plan, plan, plan. Rat-a-plan, rat-a-plan.
This comes from having one's hair cut. None of my hats will fit me. By the by, Dancer, I wish to know how it is that my always full of smoke?
Oh, smoke. Yeah, the chimney, sir. The chimney, yes.
The chimney?
Yeah.
Chimney doesn't smoke tobacco. I'm speaking of tobacco smoke. How is this?
Why, yes, I suppose. Yeah, that's it. Yes, the gentleman in the attics is hardly ever without a pipe in his mouth, and he puffs for hours into the fireplace.
Ah, then you mean to say that this gentleman's smoke, instead of emulating the example of all other sorts of smoke and going up the chimney, thinks proper to effect a singularity by taking the contrary direction?
Yes.
Then this gentleman you're speaking of is the individual I invariably meet going up the stairs when I'm coming down, and going down the stairs when I'm coming up?
Yes, sir, yes.
From the appearance of his outward man, I would unhesitatingly set him down as a gentleman connected with the printing interest.
Ah, yes, sir, and a very remarkable fine gentleman he is too. Good morning, Colonel Cox.
Stay, Bouncer, stay. To me it has occurred that now's the time with you to have a word.
What does he mean? I tremble, I tremble.
Listen.
With pleasure. Yes, I must dissemble.
That two, arithmetic explains. Take one from two, and only one remains. Take one from one, and as we have been taught, remain the none, that is, remain the naught. Take one from two, take one from one, take one from one, and as we have been taught, remain the none, remain the none, that is, remain. You follow me. I think you can.
I do. Rat-a-pan, 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 plan, 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 plan.
Now close is close, as sure as eggs is eggs. Coals haven't souls, no more than they have legs. But as you will admit, the case is so. Legs or no legs, my coals contrive to go, contrive to go, contrive to go. But as you will admit, the case is so, and legs or no legs, my coals contrive to go, contrive to go.
Well, I should say, or as it seems to me,
Exactly.
quite so,
Then we both agree.
as we agree. Good day.
I've something more to say. 'Tis not my cause alone,
Oh, why this cruel tone?
but other things as dear as them to me, that in my little closet I carefully deposit, in them a sure and gradual loss I see, until their case the poet's words express, small by degrees and beautifully less. Until the case the poet's words express, small by degrees and beautifully less. Small by degrees and beautifully less.
Ah, beautifully, 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 yes. And now Sergeant Bouncer, I beg to announce was never occasion as many stuff is good. Whatever my calls here, these things for my house, my lucifers, candles, tea, sugar, and bread. Mr. Cox, Mr. Cox, my feelings overpower me. That his lodger, his friendly lodger, would once suspect that Bouncer is a dodger. As to takes your coals, wood, and all that, it must have been.
No, no, 'twas not the cat.
With the plan, I'm a military man from on the side of the police. And let your hat and eyes to the cat to the armies and police.
Run a plan, he's a military man. Honest I hope though it doesn't appear. And as to the treacherous cat, if it hit in the army, don't have it here. Run a plan, he's a military man.
Military man.
He's a military man.
I'm a military man.
I'm military man.
Military man.
Military man. Honest I hope that it doesn't appear. As to the cat, treacherous cat, if it hits in the army, run a plan, he's a military man. A military man.
They're gone at last. I was all a tremble of fear that Mr. Box would come in while Mr. Cox went out. Luckily they haven't met yet. Not very likely to do so, for Mr. Box is hard at work in a newspaper office all night long and doesn't come home till the morning. And Mr. Cox, he's making hats all day long and doesn't come home till night. So I'm getting double the rent for my rooms, and neither of my lodgers any the wiser for it. I haven't an instant to lose. I must move Mr. Cox's things out of Mr. Box's way. Key, yes. Where's that key? Got it. Oh, it's a big thing. He finds these things. There. Open this box. Yes. Turn. That's a job. Now, hats. These certainly not for Mr. Box. That's got to go in there. Yeah. What working, man. That's good. Now, my favourite. I think I could wear this at the next army reunion. I'll be a real spiff. Better put it away. Don't want Mr. Box to find it. That's got to be Mr. Cox's dressing gown, because Mr. Cox doesn't like anyone using his dressing gowns, especially if they're blue. Now to lock it. Done. Now, put the key where Mr. Cox can always find it. What better place than under the clock? You always find things under the clocks. Now to make the bed. But don't let me forget that what's the head of the bed for Colonel Cox is the foot of the bed for Private Box. People's tastes do differ so. The pillow. The idea of Colonel Cox presuming to complain of such a pillow as this. I don't know.
Why don't you keep your own side of the staircase, sir? Both of my own side of the staircase, sir.
It was as much your fault as mine, sir.
It was your fault as
I say, sir, it was as much your fault as mine, sir.
Put that away. to be sure. I declare you're quite pale in the face.
What colour would you have a man to be who has been setting long leaders for a daily paper all night?
But then you've got all the day to yourself.
So it would seem.
Yes.
Far be it from me, Bouncer, to hurry your movements, but I think it right to acquaint you with my immediate intention of divesting myself of my garments and going to bed. Stop! Can you inform me who the individual is that I invariably meet going downstairs when I'm coming up and coming upstairs when I'm going down?
Yes. The gentleman in the attic, sir. Yes.
Oh?
Attic.
Well, there's nothing particularly remarkable about him, except his hats.
Hats, oh.
I meet him in all sorts of hats. Black hats and white hats, hats with broad brims and hats with narrow brims, hats with naps and hats without naps. In short, I've come to the conclusion that he is personally and professionally associated with the hatting interest.
Yes, sir. And they tell me that's why he took the hattic, sir. By the by, Mr. Box, he has begged me to request of you that as a special favour you wouldn't smoke quite so much.
Did he?
Oh, yeah.
Then you may tell the gentle hatter that if he objects to the effluvia of tobacco, he had better domesticate himself in some adjoining parish.
Oh! But you wouldn't deprive me of a lodger.
It would come to precisely the same thing, Bouncer, because if I detect the slightest attempt to put my pipe out, I at once give you notice that give you notice at once.
Yes, sir. Is there anything more of me?
Yes.
Oh, good.
There is one evolution I should very much like to see you perform.
What's that?
Right about, quick, march!
Oh, dear. That's a bit rude.
It's quite strong. The trouble I always have to get rid of that venerable warrior. He knows I'm up all night, and yet he seems to set his face against me indulging in a horizontal position by day. Now, let me see. Shall I take my nap before I swallow my breakfast, or shall I take my breakfast before I swallow my nap? No, I mean, shall I swallow my nap before I... Never mind. I've got a rasher of bacon somewhere. There it is. And a penny roll. Now, the next thing is to light the fire. Where are my lucifers? Oh, there they are. Oh, now, upon my life, this is too bad a Bouncer. This is by several degrees too bad. I had a whole box full 3 days ago, and now there's only one. I'm perfectly aware that he purloins my coals, my candles, and my sugar, but I did think, oh yes, I did think, that my lucifers would be sacred. Bouncer has been using my gridiron. The last article of consumption that I cooked upon it was a pork chop, and now it is powerfully impregnated with the odour of red herrings. How sleepy I am, to be sure. I'd take a nap if there was somebody here to superintend the turning of my bacon. Well, perhaps it will turn itself. Hush, dear
is punctual, always in business. Unpunctuality, even slight, is in his eyes such a crime that in showing my face in his shop, I thought there'd be the devil to pay. Shop, I thought there'd be the devil to pay. My aged employer with his physiognomy shining from soap like a star in astronomy said, Mr. Cox shall oblige me anonymy if you will take this as your holiday, if you will take this as your holiday. Visions of Brighton and back and of rushable cheap for excursions already, the squash of all fearing the rain, put on my mackintosh I will. Now for my breakfast, my light déjeuner. Now for my breakfast, my light déjeuner. I bought a mutton chop, so I shan't want any dinner. Oh, good gracious, I've forgotten to buy the bread. Hello. What's this? A roll, I declare. Come, that's lucky. Now then, to light the fire. Who presumes to touch my box of lucifers? Oh. Why, it's empty. I left one in it. I take my oath I did. Oh. Heyday, the fire is lighted. Oh. Where's the gridiron? On the fire, I declare. And what's that on it? Bacon. Bacon it is! Oh. Why, upon my life, there's a quiet coolness about Bouncer's proceedings that's almost amusing. He takes my last lucifers, my last coals, and my gridiron to cook my breakfast by. No, no, I can't stand this. Come out of that. Now then, for my breakfast things.
Come in. Left my shoes on again. Goodness gracious, my bacon! Hello, what's this? A chop? Whose chop? Bouncer's, I'll be bound. He thought to cook his breakfast while I was asleep, with my coals too, and my gridiron. But where's my bacon? Oh, here it is. Now, upon my life, Bouncer's going it. But shall I curb my indignation? Shall I falter in my vengeance? No!
What do you think you're doing up there?
Sorry, sir, it was an accident.
Accident? You could put someone's eye out.
There. So much for Bouncer's breakfast. Now to fix my own. I may as well get my breakfast things.
Come in, come in. Oh, good gracious, my chop. What's this? The bacon again? Oh, pooh! Zounds, confound it, dash it, damn it! I can't stand this!
That's the second time that's happened.
You'll excuse me, sir. That is not the second time that's happened.
Who are you, sir? Tell me who.
If it comes to that, sir. Who are you?
Who are you, sir?
What's that to you, sir?
What's that to who, sir?
Who, sir? You,
Who
sir?
are you, sir?
Who are you, sir?
Tell me who, sir?
Tell me who, sir?
Who are you, sir? Tell me who, sir? Who are you, sir? Tell me who are you, sir? Yes, 'tis the printer.
Yes, 'tis the hatter.
Yes, 'tis the Printer, take a hint, leave the room, or else shall I vainly struggle with the fire, with the raging fierce desire to do you an injury, an injury.
Hatter, hatter, cease your clatter, leave the room, or else shall I vainly struggle with the fire, with the raging fierce desire to do you an injury, an injury.
Printer,
Hatter, hatter, cease your clatter,
printer, printer,
hatter, hatter, cease your clatter, hatter, hatter, cease your clatter, hatter, hatter, cease your clatter, hatter, 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 take a cease your clatter, hatter, hatter, cease your clatter, hatter, hatter, cease your clatter, hatter, 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 take a cease your clatter, hatter, hatter, cease your clatter, hatter, cease your clatter. Go! What are you doing in my room?
your room, if on that you're bent. Here is my rent.
Your receipt is very fine. If you come to that, sir, if you come to that, sir, here is
Write a plan, 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 write a plan. Oh, dear. Write a plan, 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 write a
Here, what do you mean by singing Rataplan, sir?
What do you mean by singing Rataplan, sir?
I mean nothing, sir.
So do I, sir.
Very well, sir.
Very well, sir. With a plan, 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 with a plan,
Instantly remove that hatter.
Immediately turn out that printer. But gentlemen, explain.
Explain. Whose room is this?
Yes, whose room is this?
Doesn't it belong to me?
No. There, you hear, sir. It belongs to me.
No, it belongs to both of you.
Both of us?
Don't be angry, gentlemen. But you see, this gentleman only being home in the daytime, and that gentleman at night, I thought I might venture into my little back second floor room was ready.
When will your little back second floor room be ready?
Why, tomorrow?
I'll take it. So will I.
Excuse me, gentlemen, but if you both take it, you might as well stop where you are.
True.
Nay, I'll see if I can't get the room ready this very day. By the by, gents and officers, don't fight. Hold your tempers.
disgusting position.
Will you allow me to observe that if you have not had your exercise today, I suggest you go out and take it?
I shall not do anything of the sort, sir.
Very well, sir.
Very well, sir. However, don't let me prevent you from going out.
Don't flatter yourself, sir. Hello, that's my role.
What are you about, sir?
What am I about? I am about to smoke.
Ugh.
Hello, shut that window, sir.
Then put your pipe out, sir.
Oh, there.
There.
I shall retire to my pillow.
I beg your pardon, sir. I cannot allow anyone to romp on my bed.
Your bed? Hark ye, sir. Can you fight?
No, sir.
No. Then come on.
Sit down, sir, or I'll instantly vociferate police.
I say, sir,
Well, sir,
although we are doomed to occupy this room for a few hours longer, I don't see any necessity in our cutting each other's throats, sir.
not at all. It's an operation I should decidedly object to.
After all, I've no violent animosity against you, sir.
Nor have I any rooted antipathy to you, sir.
Besides, it was all Bounce's fault, sir.
Entirely, sir.
Very well, sir.
Very well, sir.
Do you sing, sir?
Oh, I sometimes dabble in a serenade.
Ah, then dabble away.
The buttercup dwells on the lowly mead, the daisy is bright to see. But brighter far are the eyes that read the thoughts in the heart of me. I come by night, I come by day, I come in the morn to sing my lay. I know my notes, I count each bar, and I've learnt a tune on the gay guitar. Fiddle-diddle-dum, fiddle-diddle-dum, fiddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-dum, fiddle-diddle-dum, fiddle-diddle-dum, fiddle-diddle-dum.
I come by night, I come by day, I come in the morn to sing my lay. I learn my notes, I count each bar, and I've learned a tune on the in the breeze. The cockchafer sighs in the midnight air. The dingy bird sings in the trees. I come by night, I come by day. I never can stay away. If you, the guitar, can sweetly do, I play on the chord. Concertina too. Fiddle-diddle-dum, 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 fiddle-diddle-dum. I'm coming by night, I'm coming by day, I'm coming along to sing my hymn. I'm knowing my notes, I'm going each bar, and I'm going a tune on the Have you read this month's Bradshaw, sir?
No, sir. My wife wouldn't let me.
Your wife?
That is my intended wife.
Well, it's the same thing. I congratulate you, sir.
Thank ye. Oh, you needn't disturb yourself, sir. She won't come here.
Oh, I understand. You are snug little establishment of your own here on the sly. Cunning dog.
No such thing, sir. I repeat, sir, no such thing, sir. My wife, that is my intended wife, happens to be the proprietor of a considerable number of bathing machines.
Where?
That's a favourite watering place. How curious you are.
Not at all. Well,
Consequently, during the bathing season, which luckily is rather a long one, we see but little of each other. But as that is now over, I am daily indulging in the expectation of being blessed by the sight of my beloved. Are you married?
me? Oh, why, not exactly.
A happy bachelor?
Why, not precisely.
Oh, a widower?
No, not absolutely.
Oh, you'll excuse me, sir, but at present I don't exactly understand how you can help being one of the three.
Not helping.
No, sir, not you nor any other man alive.
That may be, but I'm not alive.
Oh, you'll excuse me, sir, but I don't like joking upon such subjects.
But I'm perfectly serious, sir. I've been defunct for the last 3 years.
Oh, will you be quiet, sir?
If you won't believe me, I'll refer you to a very large, numerous, and respectable circle of disconsolate friends.
My very dear sir. My very dear sir. If there does exist any ingenious contrivance whereby a man on the eve of committing matrimony can leave this world and yet stop in it, I shouldn't be sorry to know it.
Then I'll presume not to set you down as being frantically attached to your intended.
Why, not exactly. And yet at present, I can only think of one obstacle to my doting upon her, and that is that I can't abide her.
Then there's nothing more easy. Do as I did.
I will. What is it?
Drown yourself.
Oh, be quiet, sir.
Listen. Not long ago it was my fate to captivate a widow at Ramsgate.
It is odd to state the same at Margate Diddle.
By her not liking to be kissed, I thought I'd better try to. In the lifeguards will blues and list.
How odd, and so did I too.
I was not tall enough, they said.
Too short, they said of me.
The infantry I entered,
And I the infantry.
my widow offered to purchase my discharge for the marching line. Whoa!
That's thought coincidentally the very same did mine. Oh,
I hesitated to consent, for my consent she waited, I gave it.
ah, with mine I went, and never hesitated.
The happy day came near, at length we hoped it would be sunny. I found I needed all my strength to face the ceremony. I suddenly found out I was unworthy to possess her. I told her so at once, because I feared it might distress her. Before the words were out of my mouth, they came from the north and flew to the south. As suddenly they came incredibly near, clattering, splattering, battering, shattering, dashing, thrashing, slashing, flashing, dashing, crashing, crashing, missing, but whizzing right past my ear. It shattered itself on the mantelpiece. What?
What was it?
A tremble. The basin called slop. It lay at my feet, it would have put the back of a man who was ever so mean. Up, so mean, thus mated, I retaliated, and hurled at my wig a crockery teacup.
Between you then there was a fraction,
And I was threatened with an action.
Okay, proceed.
One morn, as I had finished my ablution, I took
A walk?
no, sir, a resolution. Friends or foes, none suppose, nobody knows what I does. I tie up my clothes, my shirt and my hose, my socks for my toes, my linen for nose. I think of my woes, and under the rose I pack up my bundle, and off I goes.
I see you left in a tiff.
Listen, I solemnly walked to the cliff, and singing a sort of a dulcet dirge, put down my bundle upon the verge. Heard the wild seagulls mournfully cry, looked all around, there was nobody nigh, none but I on the cliff so high, and all save the sea was bare and dry. And I took one look at the wave below, and I held my hands in an agony tow, and I stood on the edge of the rock so steep, and I gazed like a maniac on the deep. I cried, farewell, farewell to all. Farewell, farewell to the land of my birth. Farewell, farewell to my only love, to the sea below and the sky above. With a glance at the sea of wild despair, I cried, I come. My bundle lay there at the edge where the Coast Guard's way was chalked. Then in the opposite way I walked.
A clever man with capital plan. I've listened with attention. I think that I should like to try your wonderful invention. A clever man with a capital plan. I've listened with attention. I think that I should like to try your wonderful invention. think I begin to have some slight perception of your meaning. Ingenious creature. You disappeared.
Exactly.
The suit of clothes was found.
Exactly. And in the pocket of the coat, or the waistcoat. No. In the pantaloons. Oh, I forget which. There was also found a piece of paper with these affecting farewell words. This is thy work, O Penelope Ann.
Penelope Ann? Penelope Ann?
Penelope Ann.
Originally widow of William Wiggins?
Widow of William Wiggins.
Proprietor of bathing machines?
Proprietor of bathing machines.
At Margate?
And Ramsgate.
It must be she. And you, sir, you are Box, the lamented long-lost Box.
I am.
And I was about to marry the interesting creature you so cruelly deceived.
Ah, then you must be Cox.
I am.
I heard of it. I congratulate you. I give you joy. And now I think I'll take that stroll.
Oh, no, you don't. I'll not lose sight of you until I've restored you to the arms of your intended.
My intended? Don't you mean your intended?
No, sir, yours.
Oh, how can she be my intended now that I'm drowned?
You're no such thing, sir. And I prefer presenting you to Penelope Ann.
Oh.
Permit me then to follow the generous impulse of my nature. I give her up to you.
Benevolent being, I wouldn't rob you for the world. Good morning, sir.
Stop!
Oh. Unhand me, hatter, or I shall cast off the lamb and assume the lion.
Pull!
An insult to my very face, under my very nose. You know what this means, sir? Instant satisfaction, sir.
With all my heart, sir.
Oh, bouncer!
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 What is it, gentlemen?
Pistols for two.
Oh, yes, sir.
Stop! You don't mean to say, thoughtless and misguided militiamen, that you keep loaded firearms in the house?
Oh, no. They're not loaded.
Then produce the murderous weapons instantly.
Hark you, sir. Why do you object to marry Penelope Ann?
Why? Because, as I've already observed, I can't abide her. You'll be happy with her.
Happy? Me? With the consciousness that I've deprived you of such a treasure? No, Box.
Oh, don't worry about me, Box. I shall be sufficiently rewarded by the knowledge of my Box's happiness.
Don't be absurd, sir.
Then don't you be ridiculous, sir.
I won't have her, sir.
No more will I.
Gentlemen, I can't find the pistols. But I have brought you a letter. It came by general post yesterday. Oh, I'm sure I don't know how I came to forget it, for I put it carefully in my pocket.
And you've kept it carefully in your pocket.
Yes, sir. You will forgive me, sir? By the by, I paid twopence for it.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh, then I do forgive you.
Oh.
Dear Mr. Cox, pardon my candour,
But being convinced that our feelings, like our ages, do not reciprocate,
I hasten to apprise you of my immediate union
with Mr. Knox! Hey, cheers for Knox!
Gentlemen, the little back second floor room is ready.
I don't want it.
No more do I!
What shall part us?
What shall tear us asunder? Box! Cox! Pardon the apparent insanity of the remark, but the more I gaze upon your features, the more I'm convinced you're my long-lost brother.
The very remark I was going to make to you.
Oh, tell me, in mercy, tell me, have you such a thing as a strawberry mark on your left arm? No! Then it is he! My hand upon it, joined but yours, agree the house will hold us.
And two good lodges bouncer gets here in his arms enfold us. Ah, yes, yes, to arms, and was alarms. You remember, of course, I mounted a horse in Her Majesty's force as one of the foremen to cope with the yeomen, for then an invasion threatened the nation, and there's no occasion to sing. Rat-a-plan,